All right, welcome, and it's time for an eBay unboxing. Now, I saw this on eBay, would I buy it now for $14.95. The seller said it was a glass picture from the 1940s with very few pictures, so I was hoping it is what I think it is. And I'm hoping it is a copper kiln-fired, hand-painted, enameled Limoges painting. So, all right. All right, already I see an old label in there. That definitely looks late 1800s, early 20th century to me. This easel frame is definitely in the style of the Victorian era to the very, very turn of the century, 1900. All right, we're going to flip it over. You ready? I'm very nervous. All right, so here we go. Oh my God. It is what I thought it was. Oh, wow. Oh my God. I never thought the day would come that I would be able to afford one of these. Now, these are usually very expensive. They're French. You can see the vitreous enamel going around it. Now, I'm looking for an artist's name. Sometimes you will find it hidden somewhere. Oh, I think I see it right down here. There's something, unless it's decor, I don't know. It looks like decoration. Let's go across. Sometimes they hide their names somewhere in the enamel. It's just very hard to find it. Sometimes they hide it quite well. And what I think we have here is something that was a rendition of Botticelli's The Madonna and Child painting. Oh, wow. All right, so this is really beautiful French kiln-fired painting. And you can see, look at the vitreous enamel and the shine. Look at the gilding. Now, do you know how many processes they had to go through to make this piece? You know how many times they had to bake this to get all the different colors to actually collaborate with each other? I'm going to take it outside. Let's take it outside and look at it in the sunlight. Look at the shine on this. It's a ruby color. Do you see the ruby color? Let's get in there. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Now, pieces like these were made since the Middle Ages in France. And one like this is quite expensive. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to find out more about the history of these beautiful kiln-fired pieces. And I'll show you many different other examples of pieces like these. And wow, this is a work of art for $14.95. Absolutely amazing. I'm losing my voice. And it's done on copper, which is even more amazing. Look at that, the ruby color, original frame, very French. You can see with the French bow design. There we go. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh wow. I actually really scored huge with this. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, the earlier ones, of course, are more valuable. So if you had one from, say, the 1700s or the early 1800s or the 1850s, it could go for as much as like $7,000 or $5,000. Also, size matters. This is actually quite large, but not as large as some of them can be. This is actually an easel size, or almost like a 8x10 type of photo size, but it's really sizable compared to some of the other little miniature ones that you will see in your collecting. All right, before we move on to a PBS Antiques Roadshow video, I just want to show you guys, look at the enamel. You can see it's actually lifted up in some areas. Layers and layers and layers of enamel had to be baked in multiple, sometimes successions of 20 or 30 different processes just to make a piece like this. Let's go in there really, really tight. Take a look at this amazing gild work. Antique gold gilding throughout the piece. And again, you can see it is puffed up in certain areas with all the different layers of enamel.
I was at a small country auction barn. It was hanging on the wall, and it just glowed
Was it displayed like this, or were they actually separate?
Actually, it was separate. The two figures came from someplace else.
Okay. Well, Limoges is actually a region of France where they make this type of elaborate, beautifully colored metalwork. And how they make it is they take a copper plaque and they score it. And then they add what is finely ground glass and they fire it at a very high temperature, which is what gives it that beautiful sheen and those really wonderful colors. What we have here is a group of plaques. Obviously, we have the birth of Jesus, and then below we have St. Luke and St. John, all done in Limoges enamel. Originally, this material is made round about the 15th century and earlier, and during the 1800s there was something called the Gothic Revival, and it's when they wanted to reaffirm Gothic principles and beliefs. And what they would do is they would take old wood and rework it. And actually, you see all these little sort of holes in here?
Yes.
Well, those are worm tunnels. And when they rework the wood, the worm tunnels appear. So we know that this is probably a very old piece of wood that has been reworked to conform to the shape of these very interesting plaques. Taken from probably out of a church. When they would take the churches down, they would rip out this type of work and basically scrap heap it when they were renovating it. You have a tiny little signature right down here that says AP. And AP probably doesn't stand for the artist, but more than likely stands for the etching beyond which this was actually copied. So you have a copy of an engraving here, and you probably have copies of engravings down here, but beautifully done, very nice quality for 19th century. Now, how much did you pay for this?
Total $5.50.
Well, I'd say you did okay, because it's probably worth around $2,500 to $3,000.
Okay, good.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have an auction house, lot 509, a very fine Limoges enamel plaque. Hammer price was 950 euros, which is probably about $1,000 US, plus a 26.4% buyer's premium. And this one is 1870s. Let's check it out. And wait, where did it go? Oh, here's our plaque. All right, so it's actually very small. On ruby, it's ruby red background, but they put it in a big giant frame, as you can see in the picture. Here we go. Let's take a look. And very beautiful and very similar to the style that mine is. So mine could be very well as old as 1870. Really quite interesting. They did put them in these beautiful type of frames, usually with easel backs on them to place it on your countertop or vanity. All right, so when you come across them, they're quite beautiful. Here's a little one right here. And I don't know what it's a figure of. I think it's King Louis the 16th. And this one is, wow, $895. Yikes. All right, that one's 8x6. And yeah, that looks like King Louis. Then we have this other beautiful one, a lady harvesting wheat. Really quite lovely. You'll see a lot of beautiful ones. Here's another one. Let's check this one out. This one, $1,995. Joan of Arc. Oh, wow. Let's check this one out. I love Joan of Arc. And this one is, wow. Look at the enamel. Oh, we're going to translate. Yeah. Oops. Goodbye. How do you get rid of this shit when I'm doing a video? Oh, my God. No, I don't want it from Simplified Chinese. Well, shit. Oh, okay. There. It went away. Every single time I try to do a video. There we go. Look at the beautiful vitreous shiny enamel on this one. And this one, where's other pictures? Oh, here we go. And we can check this out and look at the detail. You can find a lot of legit ones on First Dibs, but the price is going to be way high. This 9.5 by 6.5 is selling for $4,600. And so, yeah, if you're on a budget, I would not suggest First Dibs. This one, $5,950. This one is the scene of Christ. If we can get rid of the top part, there we go. And yeah, you're going to pay through the nose if you're on First Fibs. I call it First Fibs. Here's a pair selling for, and this is small, selling for $4,178. Here's another one selling for $5,289. It's a Duchess, and it's a royal lady. Yes, very beautiful. Let's check out some more. And yeah, if you don't have the money, don't go on first dibs. And you can see many different ones that will pop up. A lot of them biblical or religious scenes. This one, 18,765. 18,765. I was going to say shekels. No, it's not shekels. And this one, 1,200, because it's not as elaborate as the other ones, but that's probably the most affordable one. 3,700 for a set right here of ladies, these like little miniature ladies. And yeah, so if you're on a budget, do not buy from First Fibs, or else you're going to pay through the ass. And yeah, here's another one. And you can see these really are quite beautiful works of art. What's this one going for? Yeah, not going to buy it. Nope, can't afford it. And, oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. I'm afraid to look at the price. Yeah, $3,305, lady with lapdog. And we're not going to do this, boys and girls, are we? We're going to actually search eBay for some seller that has no fucking clue what they are selling, and selling it for $14.95. So I was really lucky that that seller on eBay had no fluckling clue what this was. She thought it was a 1940s, like one of those Hollywood revival pieces. What did they call those? You know what I'm talking about. Hollywood revival, like Hollywood Victorian revival, 1940s glass picture, $14.95 free shipping. I'll do it all day long. If another one will pop up like this, by the way, it's never happened to me before. This is the first time in over 20 years on eBay that I've come across a Limoges Kiln fired piece like this for $14.95. Not going to happen. The chances of doing this again is probably hitting the darn lottery, which is not going to happen either. Thanks for watching. We're going to be doing multiple unboxings this week, so stay subscribed. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the all for all notifications, hit the thumbs up, and we'll try to find really, really cool treasures for pennies on the dollar.